Thanks everybody for joining us for another episode of Spirit Hunter Deathmark. We have one more base game chapter to go. And we obviously have to take the homeless person.
Yeah. Oh yes. And by the way, can you get the stream up so I can actually see it?
Oh, sorry. That was my bad. Sometimes I think like when I'm recording it also just goes up. That's not what I want. Why would you put an M button there?
So basically, I'm going to be the sacrificial lamb to sacrifice for what we're about to do, right?
I mean, he's probably the likeliest to survive. He's lived down there all this time anyway.
Oh, cool, you did. I guess it was off screen when you weren't.
Yeah. Which way should we go? Should we try going backwards this time?
Yeah, oh yeah, because he gave us the key.
So oh yeah, that's right, that's right. Yay!
Alright, I can walk in.
There's a single out-of-place Buddha statue. Its head has been cut off. Is that the one we're looking for?
Maybe.
It's a Buddha statue. A headless Buddha statue covered in dust. There's a talisman stuck to its neck. Yay! Given that we don't get fucking insta-killed like 6 times again. It's a big iron box. Let's feel it. Well, actually, let's look at it. Thin layer of dust, but it looks fairly intact. Let's open it. Oh.
Lots of dolls here.
Well, that's ominous.
I think that's
sorry.
Me. Well, that's ominous.
Box is packed with carelessly tossed Buddha statue heads. He had the key to it, and he's never, like, been in here? A real actual head can be clearly seen among them. It's dry and mummified, but going by the long hair, it's probably female. Looks like there's more than one, though. Most likely one of the experiment's victims.
Oh no, that's just my plushie.
Huh, so this is where it was. Let's take it and bring it to its owner. I thought you'd say that. Oh, just kidding. I don't know what's going on. I feel Banshee's gaze on me. Box in the warehouse 1. I can only carry one head. I need to choose which one to take. Wait, really?
Oh great. I have no idea. Do we have any clues to...
Not really.
Yeah.
Not that I know of. I think it would be Merciful Buddha, but they've only talked about Heavenly Buddha, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh.
Man, I am...
Bless ya. Wanna take the woman's head?
Yeah, that sounds like a reason.
Alright, let's do it. Got the human head. Let's look at our...
A head retrieved from a... It's dry like my wet hair remains to be a woman. The cut looks rough like it was done by chisel.
Where is our... bag? Let's look at some of our notes here.
Okay, this is when Banshee,
Heavenly Buddha Project. Spirit weapon named the Cannon Soldier.
It went berserk. Nice typo there.
The records. Oh, they stopped it.
Oh, all right, I'm back.
It really this one really focuses on the human head.
Yeah, I know.
So I guess
What do you want, Adonis? What do you want? Go away! I don't like you. We also learned safety. Oh, hey, maybe this is supposed to be a hint.
I'm bothered by thin blonde hair. Well, we already did use the Kagura Suzu bell earlier to get the door open.
There was the other research records.
Oh,
we have a human head.
It said female head right on there.
Yeah, I know.
Research records too.
Oh wait.
Male body and female head.
Connect male body and female.
Right at the end of the last.
We were ready.
Yeah, that's where we are right now. We went into this room. Oh shit, that spooked me a little bit.
Yeah. All right. So where exactly do we use this head? We gotta find a male body to use it on.
Which way should we go? We haven't gone forward.
Yeah, I don't think so. Alright.
Seems to be locked.
Right. Alright.
Y'all's rusted. I could open it if I had the key. Well, apparently it's the key to everything here.
Alright, let's go on.
What are you doing, Adonis? Stop it. Stop it.
Uh-oh.
I can hear a victory chant coming from the other side of the intersection.
It's Mel Gibson.
We keep going?
Alright.
I keep moving forward.
Alright.
Electric current runs through my body and my muscles seize up.
Please tell me we have all the notes this time.
What choice can we make this time?
You layabout! What are you doing there? You have time to be loafing around, do you? Recite this basic slogans at once. Cheer for the final battle in the homeland.
Oh god.
Cheer for the...
What?
Wait, what?
I feel like honorable deaths would be the...
Sure.
Sounds maybe right? Okay.
Yay!
Yay. Once more, declare a resolve to strike back with air raids. We won't lose, even our country is reduced to ashes. Show your determination. We won't lose.
I mean, the second one probably.
Yeah, that seems pretty offensive.
You unpatriotic
Oh shit!
What?
Ow!
Well,
I thought they were talking about the Doolittle raids.
Army has fought bravely from the southern tropics to the northern Arctic. But the tide still hasn't turned in our favor. What do you think? Can we win this crusade?
you know, if we make the greatest sacrifice.
If the kamikaze wins,
yeah, if the kamikaze wins, blah.
I mean, I get that you're supposed to be in supportive of him, but you're pretty promising for a new recruit. Keep a good eye on the squad. Farewell.
You just gotta show your spirit and
Pretty much.
your warrior spirit.
Yeah,
we survived. Easy. What was this?
Good God, what was that?
No noise coming from this pipe. I guess water's flowing through it. Numerous footprints in the bloodstain on the floor. These human footprints, or record. Overwrite save. We go forward, left, or right?
Let's check. I have no idea.
Left.
Yeah, I guess we should go to the dead ends first.
This is ominous. It's written on the wall in blood. It says I.
Hey, let's go get the pop idol again.
Human bones. It looks like a person was crushed to death.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go in there.
A thick iron door, peeled and rusted. I could open it with the skeleton key.
What's the point of these doors?
At this point, nothing. Alright, let's see what we got here.
It's the operating table in the southern section. But on this table is...
How about that? A dead body.
Headless corpses lying there.
I like how your old man voice sounds just like the pedophile old man from Family Guy?
Yeah, I pretty much
Of his
I pretty
corpse.
much made it to be.
The
like
remains of
her.
his clothing was likely a woman.
Yeah, I went with the Herbert.
Door is locked. Take out the underground shelter keep. What'd I do with it?
Yeah. That key ain't gonna work there.
Use rusty army sword on it.
Of course, we need a short sword. It all makes sense.
You never know. What if we shoot it? Take out
But
the
we
palm
only have
pistol.
one bullet. We can't waste it.
I'll waste it if I want to. Wait, hold on. Let me look at it. That didn't work.
Yeah. Well, the body.
What kind of torture was this? Alright.
I was thinking we could put the woman's head on that.
Headless corpse laying on top of the operating table. The head I picked up earlier might fit on this corpse's neck. I don't know if we should attach it. It said this body's a woman, right?
Hey, nothing. No, it said man's body and woman's head.
Yeah, but this is a woman's body here.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, no.
Are you saying we're gonna find multiple rooms like this with bodies inside of them?
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably
Cool.
it. We'll go back to the room if we can't find another body.
Let's go to the opposite side. I have a feeling we'll see something. Uh-oh.
Yep. Alright, let's use the key to unlock this door.
Door is stained with blood. Upon closer look, it's Callan handprints. The keyhole's perfectly fine.
Of course.
Good news, guys. The key works.
When I turn the knob to go in, the door doesn't open as it should.
Oh, what's the fuss?
The door won't open. I'm sure I unlocked it though. Turn the key again just to double check. But I was right. It's unlocked. What's going on here, Adonis? What do you want? I tried turning the knob slowly, but it stops moving halfway. It's almost as if someone's pushing on the opposite side. It's pushing against it to keep it closed.
It seems that dead are rejecting us. Read all the records. Speak to that woman.
I think that's the main character, like talking to himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the
might
records
be.
in that woman. Are the records referring to the research records? I try to prompt my old self into answering, but there's no reply. I'm very rude. No choice left. I turn to Banshee. Let's keep looking. We can come back here later. There could be something we still need to do.
Alright.
Right. Another corpse. An abandoned skeleton. I look at it. Something is in its bony hand. I feel it. It looks like it might crumble at any second. A worn-out talisman.
I feel the power.
Oh!
Ah! Let us save. Forward. Seems to be locked. Oh, I gotta shine my light on it first to unlock it. It's a thick iron door. The keyhole isn't rusted. I could open it if I had the key. Luckily I do. Let's open it.
Oh, hey, Wesley.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
man?
Welcome to our visual novel sessions.
I move forward.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely came in here to check this out for a couple minutes.
Yeah. Are we back at where we where we started in chapter?
Oh
4?
yeah.
there's the hair on
It's
the
the
walls.
hairy area.
And the floor, too, apparently.
Yeah. I guess we do have to go back to the body and put the head on.
I guess we
Can we
have
go
no
up the ladder?
choice. Well, yeah, but that would take us back to Manhole Street.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with that?
I don't like Manhole Street.
It's full of manholes, man.
Yeah, it's
You don't like-
creepy.
You don't like a good manhole?
No.
not unless I'm Spider-Man.
I got a completely
Okay.
different meaning from that word just then.
I'm very confused by the orientation right now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the orientation's a little.
I
Okay,
guess 'cause it
there we
turns
go.
you around.
Okay.
Or maybe it doesn't automatically turn you
All right,
around. not
off to the
do
right
but
then.
Yes.
The right. To the right. To the right. To
Yeah.
the right.
Alright,
play
let's
that-
do
they
it.
They play that song at like every anime convention I go to.
They play that song
The
at
army
every
chant?
club and anything that every DJ plays that song on any occasion.
Yeah, army chant's
Yeah,
quite
too
a
bad
bop.
Too bad they're not like the
Try attaching the human head. It fits the severed neck perfectly. The world suddenly distorts. Horrific scene appears before my eyes.
Well,
That's definitely
Yeah.
horrific, and also another fan servicey woman.
This is the woman on the operating table?
Sort of.
What kind of experiment is being performed on her? Reminds me of Frank and Fran. I must be seeing the past. The sound triggers a change in views. Men in lab coats. It's weird. Holding surgical tools.
even the
Yeah.
people like
They
even the
don't
people
look like
doing
they're
the experiments are
alive.
Gross and
The
disfigured.
ghosts of the Ream
What the hell?
searchers seem to be stuck forever in the nightmare of the past. I hear the men's whispers from my left side.
Hey, she's awake. Don't worry, she'll be dead soon anyway. Oh, true enough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And something else
Yeah.
interrupts.
It doesn't matter.
You! This time it's a cold whisper from my right. You can hear me, can't ya? Don't be afraid. Soon. The
Motherfucker.
voice on my right cuts off and I can hear the men in the lab coats again. Oh man, I have to fucking live or die in a vision? What am I just gonna like shut down?
Let's see. Hey woman, which of these tools do you want us to use to cut your neck? This is it
Why
for
do-
you, so we'll let you decide.
Oh
That's
well,
so
that's very
kind.
nice of you.
Oh yeah.
I'll take the chisel.
That's all.
Yeah,
I think-
because that's what the head was.
Extra dull, please.
The head was.
Good answer. You're pretty smart. Unfortunately, you'll soon be saying goodbye to that clever head of yours. It's valuable material. We'll cut it off very nicely.
Well, thank you. That's not the sound of a chisel.
Yeah,
Shut
true.
up. It's a special chisel.
Shut up. You're just like a pig. This is why I hate handling
Oh
women.
man, you don't have to
Trying
go
say
that
this like-
far.
Trying to say this as much like a game show host as I can. Now be patient. We finally found a clue.
Not yet. Wait. Now, give you power. A whisper from my right side, from my right, falls silent.
Are you disoriented yet? Yeah, I never dreamed breaking from our usual method would go so well. Hey pig, do you understand? Do you know the correct combination of head and body for the heavenly Buddha?
No, I do not.
It's women
Enter
head
it
and
in.
man's body.
Like,
Oh yeah, female head, male body.
enter it in on your
Yeah.
mobile device. Now.
It's like fucking
Precisely, and that's why we need your head. Gladly offer up for the sake of our beloved country.
Thank you, Running Man host.
Safe.
again, not the sound of a chisel.
The problem is the soul freshness. Regardless of refrigeration, it's all up to the quality of the cut.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
Though there are only so many available methods, this is all the equipment we have. Then to the freezer.
Where are my tax dollars going if you
Hey,
can't afford a good
Show 'em what we
chisel?
want.
A determined voice echoes in my right ear. Hate, hate, hate. Hate this whole world, tear it to pieces. Power to do that. I'll give it all to you, in place where you hear me now. Hate them, destroy them. Understand?
Yes. Yes.
I think it's the
yes.
second one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the first one.
Oh, thank God.
No, it's really bad. Okay, wait, we
It's
made it,
all
we
of
made
the
it.
above.
Wesley, you're ruining the joke.
Good. Destroy them. I return to my senses. I'm standing beside the operation table.
The fuck was that?
Yeah, it's just, she's just like, what the hell?
Exactly what killed us?
Just then, something slides out of the hand of the corpse on the table. Got a small key. what I just saw. No, more importantly, the voice that kept speaking from my right side. Who was that?
It's you.
You don't look so good right there. Did you see something by chance?
Yeah, actually. I explained to Banshee what I just saw. A horrible tragedy happened here in the past. Go figure. Possible that whatever triggered it might have been whoever that voice belonged to.
Huh, interesting. Can't say I'm surprised something like that happened here. So, what's this have to do with our marks?
I don't know. Banshee's right. This isn't helping us accomplish our goal. I need to stop tripping out. I need to search for whatever gave birth to the spirit. Let's keep looking. The small key I just found might belong to the cabinet here.
Oh,
Turn my attention to the mark on my wrist. It isn't coming yet. I glance over at Banshee, but they don't seem to be acting differently at all. Death should be closing in on us, but it seems we still have some time. What's important right now is making sure we survive.
alright, let's open
Serious
that
human
cabinet.
experiments out there. Give me 1 second. I have to step away for half a second.
What's the name of this game? If no one minds me asking, I know I was late coming in.
Deathmark? I don't know if there's any like subtitle to it.
Because I'm gonna look up a little synopsis of it, see if I can catch up on the story.
We're pretty far into the story, so...
Yeah, I had a feeling. No, I just need a little bit of a summary.
We've got all the episodes recorded on the damn YouTube channel.
Oh, you do?
On that damn YouTube channel.
yes. We do.
Like which damn YouTube channel? No, the
Our damn YouTube
channel.
channel.
That damn YouTube channel.
Had to put the
Um,
cat up.
So yeah, I guess
Solitary
just
confinement.
to give you
Oh, no, you don't have
Some
to
com-
summarize. No, you don't have
No,
to summarize. I'll
well,
get it.
just to get some context here, like the main character he's lost his memories, and we're now in a space where he appears to be getting them back, and we're in a place where they've been doing experiments and stuff, which I think you've probably been able to gather that just from what we've run into.
Yes.
And the
No, that was helpful. No, I was definitely lost.
yeah, part of this game you get cursed by ghosts, and part of the curse is losing your memories.
Yeah, and you have to defeat the ghosts to clear the curse off you, but the main character is special in that his mark never seems to go away no matter how many ghosts he purifies, how many spirits he purifies. So we're trying to find the one that actually cursed him, basically.
Okay.
Which
Interesting.
we think it was Buddha. Inside is an old gun and some research records. Suddenly berserk, severe damage, sutra chanting, complete insanity. Only those who made themselves deaf manage Rima sane. Half spiritualized, like disposal vat, need sacred object, attack. Alright, Alex. Destroy human head. The heart of all this, need to destroy human head. That's all it says.
I wonder what it
Gun
means.
with blanks and research records 3.
Alright, what does Research Records 3 says?
That's what it said, right? I just read it. Yeah.
oh yeah, I guess it is. So we destroy the human head.
We gotta find some way to like protect our ears, or actually maybe that's what the gun with blanks is. Like if we
So maybe
make a loud noise and make it to where we can't
frighten
hear.
animals away from crops. Well, that's good to know. At least we
Or
can
we
protect our
gotta find
crops
earplugs.
while we're dying.
Okay, so we need to find some earplugs.
Earplugs.
Let's use that then.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we actually need earplugs.
Unless that's the way that we the implication is that the chant will make you go insane. So we just need a way to deafen ourselves.
Destroy human head. Is that? You think that's a way to? You have to kind of
Well,
figure out
I
which
feel
one's
better.
which one's a murder and which one's a purify.
All right. We'll find out later. For now,
Yeah,
let's go,
we need more information.
I think in that case it's probably more just to protect ourselves. What's that on the right? Did we investigate that?
Yeah, it was just
Yeah, that's
some
where we came
markings.
from.
Yeah. Okay, we go right, right?
No, that's where he came from.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Rear
Let's go
path.
back. Let's go back and see if we can get into the door now to the right.
Oh, okay. You're better at remembering where we've been than I am for sure. Okay, let's try this. And on knob again and turn it. When I do, it turns smoothly with no resistance. Okay. Inside the room, that was literally like a time-gated room. Inside the room, we see Buddha statues with no heads. Seems this is where they stored all their various statues they gathered through theft or donations. It's not theft if the state acquires it.
Yeah, it's not theft if it's, you know, the state
Exactly.
stealing it.
Oh, this is the statue storage room. There's some angry feelings here. What with the handprints on the door? That's gotta be the source that gave birth to the spirit.
I brace myself for input from the other me. But it doesn't seem like that's happening. Does that mean I should already know? Let's look at this one. It's a statue that looks like a divine general. It has armor from the Tang dynasty. It's a statue with his head cut off. Looks like it held a weapon in its left hand. Oh shit, it went away. Did you see the blood on the shoulder and then it went away? It's a Viceroy Vana statue. It's missing its head. It's a statue that seems to be a divine general. Its head has been severed.
Can we put a?
Statue with its head cut off. It's lying
We
pitifully
still have a
on the
human
floor.
head. Can we like put it on the statue? One of these
Nah,
statues?
we put it on the corpse back there. It's a head with it's a statue with its head cut off. Seems to be holding some kind of Buddhist ritual implement. Well, we'll see what's in the box. Let's look at it. It's coated with a thin layer of dust, but seems to be in decent enough shape. Feel the box. It's devoid of anything that looks like a keyhole, but the box won't open. Let me use my small key. Take out the small key and look for a keyhole.
It doesn't have a key.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me try using my rusty army
Boy.
short sword. Damn it. Gun with
Palm
blanks. You're right. Palm pistol. Take out the palm pistol.
All right. We may not have it. What we need.
I can imagine
Unless
we
it's-
don't have it. I take out the Suzu bells.
I mean, the ranged short sword might do
Maybe.
it.
Take out the ranged short sword, but what should I do with it?
Yeah, never mind. Let's just.
Can I try rubbing the research records on it?
I mean, I won't stop you, and I also technically can't stop you.
Exactly.
I'm powerless in this decision.
I'm all powerful. Damn. Well,
Have you tried feeling the statues? Maybe there's
we
some-
did. We did everything. Tried feeling the box. Guess we gotta go back. So, that would be right.
I think so. I have no idea.
Me either.
Oh, it's really
Well, I
quiet
don't
in
see
here.
hair, so. Oh wait, now I
There's
see
hair
hair.
here.
Yeah, so we went the wrong way. Now we know where we are at least. Alright, right or left?
Left.
We'll go back to the room. Oh.
I don't know. You just asked me for a direction. I just picked it random.
Alright, so left, right, forward. Well, let's go left.
Let's see if we can go back into any of these rooms.
I hope we don't end up in the waterfall room.
If
Oh,
you
hello,
guys go left,
waterfall
you can
room.
get lost. Oh yeah, this is the worst room.
Yes. Wow. I don't think there's any. Is there anything here? Or...
No.
No. Wasn't there a wall with a draft? Or did we already like open that up with our
That
mystical
was the
powers?
one back there, I think.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the one back in the waterfall room.
I think this is the
Alright,
one
been
that
in
had the
here.
crucial hint that we needed to get past that other life or death choice.
Yeah, this was. It was.
When we clean this place out, let's try the other side. So from here we would just go forward, right? Now I'm very confused. Where are we? Okay, okay.
Do we go back to the room?
Where's the
with
map
heads?
button?
There is none.
Why?
Do we go back to the room with the heads, which is to the right?
With all the heads? With the headless
Yeah.
heads?
Yeah. No, yeah, all the head. Yeah.
What's this?
Go all the way forward from here, back to that room. No, not that forward. I meant the other way.
Wait, my forward or your forward? This way?
Go down. Yeah.
Oh, I know what room you're talking about.
Go back here.
Wait, what's this room?
This is where we got the heads.
Oh.
Okay,
Aw,
nothing there.
man.
I guess the statue is the same.
Oh, we can't just take all the heads?
Yeah.
No.
Alright. Okay, what items did we get recently? Like, did we get anything from that room?
Let's go back to the room with the girl's body.
Okay. I was just wondering, like, I forgot. Did we get anything from the room we were in previously?
No. Not with the box we couldn't get into, no.
Oh, crap. There has to be, because logically, like, what was the purpose of even going to that room if we don't get anything from it?
Not sure. Damn. Ain't nothing else in here. Let's go back to the room with the chest then.
Yeah. See, there's gotta be something we can
There's
do.
gotta be like a mechanism or something that unlocks the box.
Yeah, because what was the point of even going into this room if we don't get anything out of it? Okay, so here's the chest. Let's see. We got all these statues. Did we examine all of them?
I think we did. Let's try it again.
Seems to be a divine general. Its head has been severed.
Have you, and you felt them too? Like, is there a difference?
Sometimes it doesn't give you the option to feel.
Oh.
Like all of these don't give me an option to like feel it. This one seems the most suspicious because it's I'm holding a Buddhist ritual implement.
It's got the one on the right looks like it's waiting for something to be placed in its hands.
Oh, okay, maybe I didn't search this one. Every statue here has a male body, so there was like a queued event. Suddenly there's a sound of movement within the box. That's a stupid queued event. Managed to
room
open the
somehow
box.
knows.
Sheets of white paper inside. There seem to be a multitude of talismans. Oh my god, all this
my God,
power!
so much power.
Was something sealed here? Banshee peers into the box beside me.
What about it? Find anything?
Well, voice sounds distant. Cause of the curse, what birthed the spirit? There's nothing like that here. No, there's nothing here.
Ridiculous. And what are you holding there?
Banshee's right. It's not true that there's nothing inside. There is one thing. Never would have expected something like this. Something that doesn't belong here. Box sealed by talismans has enshrined a pillow. Western style cushion. Banshee sighs, disappointed.
Oh, that's a bummer. No way a thing like that gave birth to the spirit.
True. The state of this room and the voices. Something important was definitely sealed up in this place at one point. If there's nothing here. Put a statue in the warehouse too.
I like how this world of superstition, we just write off a red pillow sealed off inside of a box.
And the thing we're searching for, where the hell did it go? A long silence falls between us. It is then that a now familiar pain flares up. We are dying. Mark burns scarlet. It has immediately dyed a deep crimson. Death is only a few minutes away.
Oh wow, it doesn't usually like
Gah.
go slow like that.
What's going on? Is death closing in on us all of a sudden? No, it's... the spirit is here.
Oh,
Oh
God.
damn.
Oh my god, we're going down.
Oh boy. Low sutra chant hum trembles the air. It feels like my whole body is numb. Maybe because of that hum.
You know how to fight this thing, right? Right?
All we know is the.
We don't know shit.
We gotta deafen ourselves. Come with links.
Okay, but what's the other item? Or what did it say in the notes about after we deafen ourselves?
You mean this one? Or this one?
Research record 3. It was at the very bottom.
Oh, okay.
Dominant Berserk. Severe damage. Super strength. Things that only those who manage voice sound may say. Oh.
Sacred
Oh,
object.
sutra chanting. Oh, so we need the what's that item at the top?
Bells.
I think it was the bell.
Oh, yeah, the cock, the bell, right. So get the
Yeah.
bell with like deafen ourselves with the bell.
Try that.
I'm the one with the gun.
Sounds good to me.
Let's do it. Mr. loses consciousness. Mr. shakes his Kagura Suzu bell. I was injured.
What?
Oh crap, you have to shoot the gun first.
Wait, what?
What? Oh, maybe we're.
Numbness is fade. I think we drove ourselves insane.
Well, somehow we're getting injured, but I don't.
Oh
don't know.
god, you're supposed to use the gun first, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now what do
maybe
we
just-
do?
Palm pistol. Kill him.
Yeah, I think we gotta use it again. Or do we not have
Let's
it?
fucking shoot him!
Oh,
Oh, we got it.
Ouch, we're dead. We're dying.
Now he's close enough to use all kinds of weapons.
I don't think we're doing too hot. Melee him to death.
Yeah,
Shoot a short
ranged
sword
short
blade?
sword. I guess. Are we like, I'm a little worried we may accidentally kill him.
That's what we're going for.
At the bad end.
Kill it?
Oh, we do. Okay. Yeah, good point.
Corey, did you make a save before this?
Yeah, we're not too far away on our save, I don't think.
Yeah, it usually lets you retry.
I know, it lets you retry.
Fuck. Why did...
I think we're fine.
Oh, but if we want to get both endings, then it would have been better if
Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
what do we do?
Let's see. I mean, we should make another save before
What does
this
decide again do? Yeah, that's what I've been wondering.
Okay,
oh, cool,
cool,
perfect.
cool.
Okay,
let's
let's
make another save here.
Yeah.
And save here.
Man, I feel like that's the fastest spirit encounter we've had so far.
Yeah, that was like rude. I don't like that. I was like, surely they'll give us a second to save. No.
Okay, so next time we fire the gun first.
Let's
before we use the bell.
yeah, that's. But I don't think
Well,
there's
we don't-
definitely
we don't-
some more. Let's read a little more.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to bother with the bell this time. I think we should like, hit him with every weapon we've got.
But we
If we
have
want to kill him.
Having gained a special power was put. The woman's head, having gained a special power, was put on an Azura statue. The cannon soldier work. Kagura Suzu bell is found is used by priestess. So what would be the best to bring my partner? Oh, we need a female. I thought so.
What? Did we?
Only girls can ring the bell. Remember?
Oh.
That's when we tried to ring it. Like, remember the voice in your head specifically said not to ring the bell? You could only touch it to the door because you're a guy and only priestesses can ring the bell.
Oh fuck. So I guess
So we have to
Monica
get
then.
yeah, we have to get Hiru.
All right, let's get her.
I'm trying to get back up the stairs. By the ladder. Ugh.
We're going back after he just finished complaining about driving back.
Yeah.
It's like, suck it up, whatever your name is, Mr. Lord Mr. Oh wow, her
Yes.
name's Madoka. I'm sorry, I'm just now getting that because I just watched Magical Girl Madoka.
Oh, you just
Or
lost
Madoka Magica, sorry, that's what it was. Yeah.
Oh wait, that's wrong. It's the wrong side.
It's weird because like Monica used to be like the name of that girl from that 80s romance anime, Kimigori Orange Road.
That's just been replaced by
Yeah.
a deconstruction of Magical Girl School anime.
Yeah, the romance anime that birthed all the romance anime tropes and got replaced. And to be fair though, Kimigori Orange Road is really dated by today's standards. Like I am of the mindset that anyone who legitimately says they love the show grew up watching it. Cause oh my god. It has not aged well.
I don't think I've maybe heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it.
You know how Shonen Jump shows are. They especially like some of the old ones, they go on forever and they yeah.
Let's do this.
Skipping this dialogue because we really don't need to see this.
Dang, that is quick fast forward.
Alright, motherfucker, let's
It's like
go
how this dude just like falls into the roof from the roof.
It's even like
He's got the
fast
whole
forwarding
thing.
his run.
I
He's
like
like,
that.
let's go.
Falls in like the Kool-Aid man.
The Kool-Aid Man's probably scarier than this guy. Alright, this time let's
Yeah, this is easily the coolest ghost we've without a doubt. Alright, so we gotta shoot the gun first, no matter what we do.
This time, let's try the bell.
How do I lose consciousness?
Yeah, the way the turns play out this game are completely weird.
Oh, that it's used. Oh, if you use a real gun, then it would have turned against you and then killed you.
Yeah, that was my.
Oh,
take,
we
too.
don't want to hear the sutra chant, apparently.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you lose consciousness at the beginning because the sutra is controlling you.
The numbness is faded. Wait, we're still doing bad?
Ouch.
That's fine. We want to kill him anyway.
Okay, what do we use now?
So I think we want to do. I think we gotta use the blanks every turn.
Well, we just took damage, so.
Yeah, I think. What does it say on the notes again? Let's look at that.
Oh wait, you mean
Yeah, no, the other notes. I was.
these?
No, the research notes.
The research
Notes
three.
are trash.
Okay, now that we're deaf, past spiritualized, like disposal vat, need sacred object, attack, destroy human hit.
We need to kill ourselves?
No. Oh wait. Now that we're deaf, maybe we can use like the pistol now because it won't turn on us anymore.
Or
we
you
can
might
try
have
it.
to do the gun with blanks again.
I feel like there's a
No.
reason they're giving you 5 guns with blanks.
Is that what the numbers represent? How many times
Yeah.
you can use it?
Yeah.
For the bullets.
Okay, so what? Yeah, so like.
Let's try reading the notes a
let's
little
see
more,
what we got
maybe.
here. Okay, endless Buddha statues. Let's go. It's usually on the last page, I think, that has. Okay, let's see. It's depression. Something curse. Mocking. Well, okay, no, this is nothing. Okay, forget what we're missing and take stock of what we have. If we want to use the saber or short sword, we'll have to throw them. If the spirit is nebulous, like the spirit within the Cairo 2s ago, we help in the blanks. We'll mess up our ears, we shoot them, but one document mentioned must destroy head. Oh, so basically use all of them?
From the sounds of it.
Yeah.
It seemed that way.
But which one do we use?
That is the question.
I'd go. My
You can't
vote
use
is
the sword
go
because
go
you can't-
gun,
you can't-
go
you can't use
gun.
the rusted army sword for some reason.
It's not close enough. But we can use the range.
My
short
vote
sword.
is, and I could be outvoted, but do gun and then do the range short sword.
That's what I think.
Yeah?
I think we have to keep using the bell, though.
Oh, okay, then just use one weapon and the bell.
Wait, the bell didn't do anything though.
I noticed that too. Yeah, the bell didn't do anything.
Alright, let's
I wish
try the
it
gun
had,
with the
'cause
blanks
the
and
way
the short
text
sword.
read, it should have done something.
Maybe they gotta be
Well,
closer for the bell to actually take effect.
I
That
don't
sometime
think
happens.
there's a point in using the blanks again because we deafened ourselves already.
Well, let's just go all in.
Alright, let's
Full
go.
attack.
Yeah, go
Really?
everything
Yeah,
at him.
I still agree with that too.
Oh crap! No, he can't hit him.
Oh wait, oh okay.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I see what we're supposed to do.
It looks like is the
I
head.
think we're wiped.
Crap, we used
gun-
up all our
gun with
weapons.
blanks. Gun blanks and bell. That's the only option we have. What?
Spirit turns solid again.
Oh,
Oh.
bell makes it solid.
God!
That's
We
interesting.
got another turn. Short sword. Rusted sword.
Oh,
Stab in the
it's
face.
smiling. Hello.
Hit him! Hit him with the sword!
What is the
Oh,
what is the way to
hit him
murder?
with the sword first, and then hit him with the bell.
Hold on. Let us abandon the rim of the fill of water, cause the blade to rust.
I think you need to behead it. You've got to get rid of its human head that's on the very top.
Alright, now shake the bell.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll do. If we do it with the right timing.
But we want to kill it, not purify it. That's why I'm being a little careful.
But the gun's not gonna hit him if he's transparent.
Yeah, we don't have any other options.
Well,
do we?
I can't tell you if the ghost turns transparent before you use physical attacks, or is it its response? Its response to getting physically attacked is turning.
Responds to getting hit.
Oh, we're fine.
I think we're dead.
Yeah.
We're fine. Oh, never mind. I guess we're dead. Oh my god.
We did our best.
That was better though. That was an improvement.
I think I understand how it works now, though.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
You have to do like a physical to ethereal rotation.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got 10 deaths now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, first we make ourselves deaf,
Okay,
I
so
couldn't
and
resist.
then ring the goddamn bell.
No. Do the blanks and then do a physical weapon because he's already he's physical now.
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree
so
with
I
that
think we
too.
can shoot the short sword and then do the bell.
Or
Or the
short sword
pistol.
and
Make
double
ourselves
slice.
deaf first, because otherwise he's gonna turn it against us.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we try to throw weapons at him, we might just
Justin has a
break
real
the
good
bow.
point with that.
So gun with blanks and range short sword. I like how she shot the sword.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a cool weapon. I've never heard of a weapon that can shoot swords.
Okay, is he Ethereal now or not? I can't tell.
Definitely an
he's
as
ethereal.
seen on TV weapon.
Okay, so if he's Ethereal, then we have to ring the bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I like that
Wait.
plan myself.
We don't
Why
need
are
to use
you?
the blanks.
We can't ring the bell.
Yeah, I'm actually with Justin. I think you don't have to keep doing the gun. You're
Yeah.
gonna stay ears ringing for a couple turns.
So what do we use for our turn then?
I think
Nothing.
bell and then palm pistol.
Yeah, use the bell to make
Yeah.
him Ethereal, then hit him with something.
I don't think we
Go
can shake the
bell.
bell because we're a guy though, right?
Ah, god damn it!
Oh, there
This
is
why
that.
This is why
Oh.
we shouldn't have used. This is, okay, again.
That's a
then
good
use
point.
the blank and use the blank for yourself, and then use the bell here.
I didn't realize the game forces you to go him turn and then her turn, him turn, her turn.
Yeah, it does. Okay, now that they're Ethereal, kill, hit him.
Now we can shoot him.
Okay, pistol, and then bell.
Fucking hard.
Here's Johnny.
Stab this motherfucker.
So rusty army sword and the bell again.
Yeah.
I feel like we've already been.
I guess the
Oh,
attack
there we go.
finally worked. I don't know where it puts it.
Reinforcements?
Oh,
Oh,
hey.
hey.
I don't know. Is that our old buddy?
Voice yells comically,
Oh, it must
and
be- yeah,
whoever
it's
it
probably-
is,
It's probably Banshee.
whoever it is, puts their hands on my back. But I can't take my eyes off the spirit before me. Banshee, is that you? What are you doing? Instead of replying, he shoves something into my hand. It's a large chisel with the grip stained in blood. This is.
I found it in that room in the mansion.
Oh yeah, so this is why you had to bring Hero.
In an instant, I understand everything. The heart of the curse that we were searching for, the object that gave birth to the spirit. So it was kept in Cujo Mansion. Thanks, I'm gonna use it. Grab the chisel and face the spirit.
Okay, so is he Ethereal still?
Yeah, he should be because we hit him with the bell last.
Okay,
I
okay,
think
okay,
he's
okay,
solid.
So,
Yeah,
he's
so-
solid.
So we used the chisel. So we used the
So,
chisel. So he's
chisel
solid.
seems like a purification. Should we avoid
Yeah,
doing
I
that?
kind of, yeah. Is that a, so you'll get different
wait,
endings?
What does it say in the notes? What does it say in the notes? We need to make sure.
Which notes? The research notes?
Yeah, look, find something that says something about the chisel. Yeah, no, I mean in the notes. Let's go back to the notes.
It might not have been 3, it might have been 2 when we fought him with the chisel.
Not that one.
Maybe 1.
Let's see.
Chisel donated by same family, separate head.
Tool together becomes the key art. Using chisel donated by Saint. The actual donated by transferred by Lions. Using chisel donated by same family. Severe head tool together becomes the key. Okay, let's. What does record 2 say? Then supernatural phenomenon. Okay, what Okay, now let's look at the other notes. The last note of Cannon Soldier. There were real mess over here. So the one Doug mentioned must have square ahead. To the left. Let's go to the left a bit. Here, mark one. Let's go left again.
Oh, sorry.
Hate the entire world. For all my strength, that's where I hear the voice. Hate kills. They couple his head with a chisel and try to attack me.
That's really the only part I remember is just the procedure.
I think destroying it is the head, is the chisel on the head.
Well, might as well try.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Carve it. Carve that motherfucker.
And then hit him with the bell for safe measure.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Right
Okay.
here.
Okay. Let me.
Yeah, I think
No,
it
no,
is
no,
the
no,
right
no,
ear.
no,
That's
no,
where
I
the
think-
voice came from.
No, I think ear's purification.
Oh, okay, you're right.
So to kill it would be which one then? The eyes?
Between the eyes.
Like that would just kill it, right?
Between the eyes feels, yeah,
Yeah, that
it
seems
feels
like
right
it would kill it.
for killing it. Only a guess though.
I like how it just sits there.
Yep, that's a death scene. That's a death animation.
We did it! We finally killed our first spirit.
Sorry, Hiru.
All right.
Starts to crumble.
Okay,
it glares
so
enough to
when
scorch
we
the
come-
entire world.
So we come back to it. We use the chisel on its right ear.
Yeah. We did it! Statue stops moving and collapses.
All right, Alice, you want a voice, Monaco? Since Aaron's not here.
Yeah. It stopped, right?
Seems so. I haven't got the mark anymore, so there's no doubt about it. Oh God, it's time for me to die.
Once again, I'm the only one still cursed.
Glad I made it in the nick of time.
But man, that spirit might get a double kill.
If my legs weren't in such good shape, it would have been over for us.
Thanks for saving us, but you know, that was pretty reckless. I thought I said it's dangerous for a group of mark bearers to go somewhere haunted.
Oh yeah, you did mention something like that when I was eating. Completely slipped my mind.
Tell us, old man. What happened at the mansion?
I'm not quite sure myself, but I'll tell you what I know. After you left, I wanted the place looking for something to eat. I'm mark hunting like hell right by our room. I slipped inside and found a bunch of chisels and things. You
Must mean
that.
Okay.
it must mean that room I found.
I was kind of out of it because of the mark at that point. But I noticed one of the chisels going all weird with dark light. I knew right away there was hiding some awesome spiritual power.
What made you decide that you had to bring the chisel here? Seemed sure it'd be effective against the cannon soldier.
I heard a voice when I picked it up. It reminded me of a lady, sorta. It said, to bring the chisel to you. And that's when it hit me. It was what I've been looking for.
Oh, that thing you mentioned in the car. The heart of the curse that created the spirit.
Exactly that. So I hoofed it over to give it to you.
When I looked through that room before, Yasuoka said that the Kujo family used it to create Buddha statues long ago. It's possible that the chisel was used to create the statue that became the cannon soldier. I don't know what that voice was that he heard. Probably something like the mysterious voice that guided me before. No, I haven't heard it in a while.
And that's what happened. So we heading back to the mansion then, mister? One, I'm hungry, but I bet Daimon's worried too. I left without saying a word after all.
Yeah. Searching for documents on the mark, carting all the statues out. It'll take more than a day to do all that. Should go back to the mansion and figure out what to do next.
Hail Mary! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
What? We're leaving already? I wanted to examine this place.
Glance at the fallen statue on the floor. Sorry, but you'll have to do that another time.
After what she just experienced, she wants to stay and look for more?
Oh dang.
No.
Out of nowhere, she shrieks hysterically, glaring at us with a strange look in her eyes.
What's the here? You read something weird?
The mark suddenly scorches me.
Uh-oh.
The flashlight blinks out and I hear voices echoing. The passage reverberates with sinister chanting like groans of hell. Groans from hell. This chanting.
There's the cannon soldier! Why the fuck did we kill it? It's going to Hero! It's gonna kill him!
How does he know that?
Cannon soldier. Great Asura. It's mine. No one can have it.
You bitch!
She stumbles her way over to this fallen cannon soldier. Hey, Hiru!
Hold on! Hold on! Dangerous! It's still...
She lowers herself next to the statue. She cradles its head lovingly in her arms.
Oh, great Asura. Asura.
Oh, she's dead. She
This
is.
is just like Sukana or Lady Sue.
Like a reply to Hiru's whispers, a voice echoes, one I shouldn't be able to hear.
Ah, crap.
Cannon soldier stands up, raises a long arm,
Dead.
and decapitates. Fresh blood sprays everywhere as her head rolls along the floor. Cannon soldier grabs Hiru's head and body still dripping with blood.
You just showed up in time to watch your character get decapitated.
This is the worst timing ever.
And vanishes into the darkness.
I just left a New Year's party where I said my only hope for the coming year is that I remain healthy.
You're
Well,
doing
you're
great.
healthy.
Angie and I are
But-
frozen in fear.
The character that you voiced is not healthy.
You died healthy.
She died. She did not die healthy. She was
All we,
possessed.
all we can do is stare. I mean,
That might have been. Those were the happiest moments of her life.
the moment we come back to ourselves, we bolt out of the shelter like we're being chased.
Did I do anything to deserve this, or was it just...
Killed the ghost.
Yeah, you helped us. Yeah,
Climb
you
up
helped
out
us
of the
kill the ghost.
manhole. We climb up out of the manhole in Imnal's south alley. Simon runs up to Winston
Oh.
Sweat. He looks even worse than usual. You probably shouldn't have run.
How is the sick dude
Yeah,
still alive?
I'm healthy. I found you.
Oh, I thought he was gonna be our second death.
No,
Hey,
it's
old-
only one death per.
Hey,
ghost
old
death.
man. Why did you suddenly sprint out of the mansion? My mark is gone too. What in the world happened?
I had something to give Mister. I made it in time, but then Hero...
What happened to her?
She fucking dead, bitch!
Damn.
The cannon soldier got her. We managed to destroy its head, but we didn't snuff out all its power. Used the last of its strength and cut that woman's head clean off.
I see. A doctor sees many deaths, but when it's a young person, it's too much. How old am I? I feel so powerless.
Well then,
I
You're
mean, he's
definitely older
chipper
than
again.
Hero.
now you standing around feeling sorry about Hero.
Well, damn.
Wow, I need some more compassion for my death.
It may be cruel, but it's in the past now.
Jesus.
Wow, no one cares about me.
Listen, you know, it's all behind us.
I could
No reason to
surgically
mourn.
Attach her head back to her body, but I don't think it would do a lot of good. Focus on dealing with your mark.
You're
Right.
the doctor from Akudama Drive?
You're
Never
better
watched
at
it.
handing death than I am. He's
Or
like,
played it.
and me and the main character's like, these people are pretty fucked up.
Different anime.
Oh, it is. No.
It's looking up that I can get the. It's looking up that I can get rid of it. I don't. That's weird phrasing. Finally discover where the statues stolen from each shrine are. It might all work out in the end.
I'm lost, but I'm glad for you.
It's thanks to all of you. I'll figure the rest out by myself. You should all return to your regular lives.
You're saying we should separate? Will you really be alright?
I'm sure I'll manage. Besides, this is Sayakujo's dying wish. I want to respect it.
I see. Then I'll do as you ask. Honestly, all this has put a strain on me. I'm barely staying upright.
Whatever you do, don't collapse on your way home, please.
Hey, mister. One day, I'm hoping to let the public know about the underground shelter. For the sake of the wandering souls without a proper burial, I'd like it if you helped with it. See you around.
Wait, is he talking about me or just souls in general?
Like the
Guess I'll go too.
actual experiments down there and
Talking
stuff.
about who?
You're not returning to the shelter, are you?
I may have balls, but I'm not about getting myself killed. The soldier might start up again. I'll give it a few days, then decide.
You're still planning on going back. Sounds like a death wish to me.
Comes with living this kind of life. Plus, I like to give Hero a proper burial. I bunker down in a park or under a bridge until things calm down.
Oh,
See you,
I'm gonna
mister.
get buried.
Although your wine's gonna smell like shit when I go down there. Bring more food next time, yeah?
Former Mart Bears have all left. I should probably head to the mansion myself. Gotta decide what to do next.
What is that?
I hear a voice calling from behind me. Turn to see Banshee in the middle of the road staring intently at me. What's wrong?
And now,
His eyes are as wide as saucers.
I forgot because of the mark, but I met you before.
What? What do you mean?
Well, let me think.
He scratches his chin. I know his memories are probably all a mess from just getting him back, but I don't have time to wait for him.
Ah, yes. We first met 5 years ago, and then again 10 days ago.
I feel like I've been struck by lightning. I first arrived at Kujo Mansion 10 days ago. I mean, I met him before I lost my memories. I need to know who in the world I am.
I couldn't say. I wasn't interested in asking your name. You didn't give it.
Then tell me what you do know. Tell me about myself, please.
Okay. I owe you for the food, so ask.
Should I ask about? Oh no.
I
think you can ask both of them.
Yeah, I want to know both.
I've seen the can soldier, and you can bet I booked out the manhole. I ran to you on the street. Had you treat me to food to celebrate. Thanks for that, by the way.
And she's talking about the person I was before I lost my memories. It's weird to hear about myself this way.
You mentioned you've been overseas. You'd only come back recently, about a month ago. Oh, and that's when I learned of the mark. You told me about it. It slipped my mind until just now.
That time was my right arm.
Yeah, it had the mark. You were acting all off, though. You go to remember something, then stumble over the woods.
Curse was probably in its last stages. In fact, I'd probably completely forgotten my name and passed a few hours after that.
I got something to tell you. This here Banshee Eater is a much nobler character than regular folk. That's why I lead a detached life, well in the woods where Garrett is.
What are you trying to say?
I could be crazy desperate, but I'd never shame my dear departed mom or divine providence. You understand?
No, you lost me.
I'm saying I'd never resort to stealing, even dying of hunger. Here, these are yours.
Pulls out a wristwatch and a wallet. Each looks like an antique. They're inlaid with subtle designs.
You forgot them at the restaurant.
Let me see them. Grab them both and rush to open the wallet. There's no money in it. He stole it. There's no ID inside.
Oh yeah, I used it to wipe my ass.
There's no driver's license or company card with an ID in it. When you got it?
Don't ask me. You said you forgot your old wallet somewhere and lost it. It's probably in there.
Oh. Well, look at what else is in the wallet. Bills, coins, and a number of familiar business cards. Sayakujo Spirit Healer.
Oh, those things. They tried to give me one. Told me to go there if I remembered anything. But I gave it back. I don't make the habit of carrying useless stuff.
Kujo's card was in my pocket when I first arrived at the mansion. Must have been the one Banshee returned. No doubt about it. I lost all my memories after I met Banshee. Next is 5 years ago.
You showed up at the shelter. Wanted to know about the Heavenly Buddha Project. Give me food. Huh, actually, you were more focused on the Kujo family than the Can Soldier.
Why did we talk about them?
The head at the time was majorly involved in the project. He was famous for his spiritual power, so the army asked him to help. He loaned them a number of his family's prized sacred treasures. You really zeroed in on that bit.
Do you know what exactly the army got?
Fuck, that's what they got! Yeah, the shelter had a list. A mirror, a chisel, Buddha statues, cursed objects, and all the talismans. They were all returned to the family.
Which means they're all in the mansion now.
You kept popping by a few times until one day you just didn't. I only saw you next 10 days ago.
That's everything I want to know. But something's still bugging me. Did I say anything about the mark when you saw me 10 days ago?
Well, I was so focused on eating that I wasn't paying full attention.
Are you kidding?
Oh yeah, you said the same thing as Hero about the Can Soldier. There's no way a human head on a statue would make it move.
But it did actually move.
That's what I thought too. And then, you said something strange. You said what happened 50 years wasn't because of the project. It was all because of her.
Oh, geez, I wonder who that her could be.
Her?
That's not all. You said she gave you the mark.
They're not really being subtle about who the her is, are they?
That she loved watching you lose your memories and feel death. You made her kick the bucket once, but she came back to life. You said you needed to do the same thing done 50 years ago to get rid of her.
My heart wants to beat out of my chest. I can feel sweat run down my face. There's no way I can keep calm. Before I lost my memories, I'd known who had cursed me with the mark. Hey, old man! Who's she? Did I tell you?
I wanted to know too, so I asked, but you couldn't answer me. I don't think you were trying to hide it. You just honestly didn't remember.
Wasn't that because of the mark?
Well, that's about all I can tell you. Mister, we should get going soon.
Go where?
I'll tell you in your car. I'm real tired of standing. I like to sit for a bit.
No point arguing here. I'll just get it out of him once we're in the car.
Nope, the mansion's out of the way.
Banshee clambers into the back seat of the car. His heavy scent fills the enclosed space.
I can finally catch my breath. Now then, driver, take us to the forest by each castle.
Drive down the familiar road. All the lights along the way are strangely green. We reach our destination without me having to slow down the car once. The engine chugs along. Feel the wheels of fate turning like those on the car I'm riding in.
10 days ago, I promised. In exchange for you buying me an extra order of almond jelly, if you didn't forget everything, I'd take you to Higgs Shrine.
Sounds like I prepared for everything. If I was that careful, why didn't I leave myself a clue? Why prepare if I was just gonna forget? Did the curse progress faster than expected, so there wasn't time? Or did someone get rid of it? If I had business at Higgs Shrine, why didn't I go there while I still had my memories?
Something about diamond? Waiting for some magic summer clean to clean away impurity?
Suddenly, my old self echoes in my head. I speak the words out loud slowly as realization dawns. Summer purification rites. The rites held at shrines to exorcise evil. On the last day of June, you pass through the woven reeds to cleanse yourself. Trying to use this ritual to exorcise the impurity.
Ah, gotcha. Luckily, today's the 1st of July, so the rites or whatever are done. Should be no problem now.
Exercise impurity, huh? What kind of impurity was I trying to cleanse? The more I learn, the less I understand. My previous self is a complete stranger to me. How many times have I come to this forest now? Creepy arch and thick trees look the same as always.
You know, any shrine is, yeah? Lead the way.
Never been there?
First I heard of it was 10 days ago.
Banshee and I push through the vegetation and make our way down the beast trail. We pass under the stone torii gate. And finally arrive at the desolate H shrine. A few headless Buddha statues that are left shine in the light of the flashlight.
So the statues used in the project was stolen from here?
Yeah, that's right.
Is it really true the statues are connected to the mark somehow?
Considered the possibility that the mark was caused by divine wrath. But 10 days ago.
You said what happened 50 years ago once got the project. It's all because of her, the bitch.
This course I've been following the whole time, and at some point I had to have been fed some huge lie. But what could it be? A shudder runs through me at the thought. It feels like I'm looking into the depths of hell.
You said 10 days ago that altar holds something important. Something about needing to keep it here to exercise the impurity.
He approaches a small altar and puts his hand on the sliding door.
Huh? What's going on here? The thing's empty.
Won't ask me. It was already gone when I was here earlier.
Well, that's darn weird. You said there was a cloth pouch.
What was inside?
A small fish-sized statue. And then Ninjibutsu or something. It was the ghost Shintai for the shrine. The Kujo had using the shell to stop the mess 50 years ago.
And again, it's the Kujo family. They must have had strong ties to the mark.
Well, this is about all I can do for you. At least it was enough to pay off the dessert. We should head back, son.
Right. Still unsure about what my old self was thinking, but it's clear whatever plan I had didn't work. Where did the Ninjibutsu go? On the way back, I feel reluctant to go. I keep turning to look towards the shrine. Each time I do, Banshee hurries me on to the forest entrance.
Well, this will part ways.
You're not gonna ride back with me?
Hell no, I ain't gonna get killed with you in the bad ending. I'm gonna be honest with you, I got a bit car sick on the way here. Flying roads are fine, but the curves and hills did me in. I just got a nice meal and I hate to throw it up, so I'll walk back.
It's pretty far from here.
Kids are such wimpy these days. When I was young, I used to walk across the Himalayas all the way. This ain't nothing.
His laugh is loud enough for the whole forest to hear. He waves and leaves me alone. Once he's out of sight, I get in the car. Pull out of the deserted parking lot and drive back to the mansion. As I count the streetlights passing by, I go over everything Banshee told me. 50 years ago in the shelter, a cannon soldier went berserk, but it wasn't because of the army's experiments. It was her. The army was unable to stand up to the threat of her and the soldier. The Kujo family had used the Ninjibutsu to settle everything. However, she still exists in this time period. She was the one who gave me my mark. Before I lost my memories, I was planning on using the Ninjibutsu like they did before. I left it at the shrine so it could be cleansed of its impurity. Somewhere along the line it went missing. Past me probably couldn't have predicted that would happen. almost back at Cujo Mansion. As my drive comes to an end, I focus on what the most important detail is. That's right, who she is.
Dun, 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 dun.
Have a hunch about her identity, but I can't be sure yet. That definitely proves that she was there. 50 years ago, she made the cannon soldier move down the shelter. Cujo family had Cylinder. It would have brought her to the mansion. The sacred objects for the project of which she was one were returned to the Cujos. Grip the steering wheel tighter. If there was any way to defeat her, it just has to be in the mansion. I don't have any solid proof, but fragments of my memories are whispering to me. Entrance doesn't look any different. The mark burns. Sharp pain nearly brings me to my knees. It seems she has no intention of hiding her presence any longer. Info is added to the spirit file in the pursuit of the truth. Read our spirit file. Wait, where would it be? In the Cannon Soldier file? Yeah. Do we have any partners? No mark bearers. So where do we go?
I guess you could try to talk to it. I'm back! Like Chucky.
I mean, did anyone not see this twist coming?
So we meet again.
Mary's voice is soft. I know now. Behind those words is hidden an intense lust for blood. Came back to life rather quickly.
You gave me nearly a whole day. More than enough time. I admit that Rabbit's attack surprised me. But unexpected events themselves can be rather enjoyable. I'm into biting.
I had brought Mary to Aid Shrine when we caught sight of the rabbit there. I might have suspected Mary's true nature.
That rabbit. Its great love for you pushed it into recklessness.
What was that rabbit really?
Silly rabbit, determine that for yourself. Who are you? Know that and the answer will come. Though it is impossible so long as you bear the mark I gave you.
Mary gave me the mark. I had a hunch, but hearing it from her lips filled me with dread. So what are you trying to accomplish?
Dragging the living to the depths of despair before killing them. I believe I explained that it is a spirit's utmost desire and joy. Don't kink shame me. And I had your cooperation with achieving that.
Cooperate? That's ridiculous.
Oh, have you not realized yet? You did bring those pathetic mark bearers directly to the spirits, did you not? They feared the spirit's existence, trembled in the face of death. The brief joy of their survival, only to be crushed like miserable ants. They savored the taste of that fear and despair, most delicious.
Yet all of us help out? Just to terrify the mark bearers even more?
Clearly. I could have waited for the curses to complete if I only just wanted them dead. That is not the only lie. Mark bearers must stay in small groups, do not contact outsiders. All my instructions were to drive you in a state of emergency. And not once did you doubt me. Too trusting.
Bet she's telling me all of this because she wants me terrified with how hopeless situation I find myself is. I'm frozen in place and I know my face must be pale as death. She must be loving this. Don't tell me you created all those spirits just to accomplish that.
Indeed. When Lady Christie believed divine wrath was the cause of the mark, I had never been more amused. Her foolishness was so delightful, I just had to come along with you.
So you lied.
Of course. How could a pile of broken statues possibly do anything?
Could be imagining it, but I feel like she hesitated for a moment there.
50 years ago, I was sealed away by the Hajakujo family. I woke here 5 years ago. At the time, I was still unable to speak and communicate. But it seems my awakening alone caused a number of ripples. Those who died unfortunate deaths on cursed land became monstrous spirits.
The H elementary abuse, the honeybee mass suicide, Psycho's assault and suicide, they all happened 5 years ago.
Finally regained my full power a little over a month ago. Then the Buddha statue connected to me 50 years ago began moving. The woman killed by the statue was also influenced by my power.
Must be the cannon soldier in Zukawa. Zukawa believed it was a divine oracle from the soldier when it had really been Mary. She did as the great Azura said and transformed herself into Miss Zoo.
Once my strength returned, I again bestowed my power on spirits. It connects humans to me and manipulates them into a panic. The mark.
I know you've been toying with us,
Damn right.
but well, was there really any need to make us, was there really a need to make us be connected to you in some way?
I told you before, don't kink shame me. Of course, by being in direct contact with you, I could taste your fear. Even now. Are you scared of me, Lord Mister?
What should we
So
say?
intimate? Oh,
Stay
she
silent.
wants
Don't give her
me.
the satisfaction.
She can smell it with her doll nose.
I'd say you're not scary.
Well, of course we're not scary, we're the main character.
I mean, tell her she's not scary.
Yeah, but but remember, you have not seen her final form.
You gotta punch her. It's like what? Like a rabbit took her down. Like how tough can she be?
Rabbits have really sharp teeth.
Alright, let's say no.
Very admirable.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Porcelain face cracks.
ever since you declared that you would fight the mark, I've waited eagerly for this day. Over the past 10 days, I've tasted your fear through the mark. Thick and syrupy, sweet as honey. Each savored morsel made me want to smash you to pieces, but I waited. I am not so foolish as to kill a goose that lays golden eggs. But I cannot take it anymore, like crushing a ripe fruit and sipping its juices. What is with these letters? I want to break you down
It's the code for something.
and savor your sweet flavor.
Oh my god.
Marcus died a deep crimson, a few minutes till death closes in.
God damn it. Run!
Thoughts blur together suddenly. Happens to Mark Bears right before dawn. Seen it many times. Is that what's happening to me right now?
Lord Mister, wait for me. I'll kill.
I hear Mary stand up over by the sofa. At this rate, the rabbit's fate will be mine too. I have to run away.
Wait, I thought she couldn't walk, I guess.
She
Check,
was lying.
check within the red in my room.
Something whispers in my ear. That's right, that voice. What does my room mean? Focus. What does that
I think that
voice
means
belong
Sayakuja's
to?
bedroom.
Oh,
Yeah.
Swoka. She said it was someone who loved me.
I go to Saya Kujo's room.
Mary's coming closer. Where should I run?
Obviously, it's my room.
Who the fuck is MK? Oh, Masamune
I think
Kujo, I
that's the
guess.
master's room.
What if like the headmaster actually loved you? Like the brother or like the grandpa?
God damn it.
I sprint at full speed up the stairs and fly into Saya's room. Much like the entrance hall, it's dark. The voice said check within the red of my room. Is there something there? Where should I look?
Stain on the floor?
The blood?
Or
The floor.
Safe. Sayakuja's bloodstain's still on the floor. It's obviously dry by this point. There might be something lying on top of it. I can't be sure as it's too dark. Nothing was there last time I was here. Picking it up, I discover it's a small pouch. Inside, it's a hard, thin object. Move it over to the moonlight to see it better. It's a small Buddha statue. Can't be, is this a Ninjibutsu? Seems to be stained with blood and I can get an ominous feeling from it. Impurity, it hasn't been exorcised yet. Instinctively know the instant I see it. My mind is suddenly flooded with all my memories of the Ninjibutsu one after another. 50 years ago, the head of the Kujo family used this to steal Mary's power. He put the Ninjibutsu inside her to seal her. Then about a month ago, someone took it out. That person was me.
God damn it.
Because of that, Mary regained her powers. Ninjibutsu in my hand looks exactly as it did back then, full of impurity. Impurity that's built up from sealing Mary's powers for over 50 years. To cleanse it, I left the Ninjibutsu at the uncontaminated H shrine. It would take time to exorcise all the impurity. It's already July. The summer purification rite's over. So why is it still impure? The object the rabbit had in its mouth. It could have been carrying the pouch then, instead of the master key. The Ninjibutsu was taken away from the shrine before the beginning of July. Maybe the rabbit saw Mary by the shrine and was scared she would find it. So I had no choice but to steal it away. The door to the adjacent room opens. Mary must be looking for me. She can sense the presence of a mark beer. What's going on? Is it possible that Saya's blood is protecting me?
bring it to where I met my end.
The voice whispers in my ear again. If this isn't where the voice's owner died, then they must have died elsewhere. There's only one other place. When Mary's in the room next door, I sprint down to the entrance hall. Make a beeline to Mary's sofa and spot where the rabbit died. The voice that spoke to me and helped me every time a spirit was closing in. Saya was working through anything, it must have been the rabbit. Sensing something, I looked down at my hand. Ninjibutsu's impurity's gone. Is this what you've been telling me, Saya? Speak to the departed woman who has guided me as I struggle without memories. The Ninjibutsu. Oh.
But the I can say Ninjibutsu, the source of the doll's curse. Press it to the black mark.
Where's the black mark on there?
And the whispers stop.
It's on, what's her name? Mary.
No, where on her?
I think it's on her right wrist.
Yeah, I think it, yeah, you're right. Right, yeah.
Raise my head to the staircase, rising into the darkness before me. The dark figure stands on the landing.
Thank you.
Here's Johnny.
Oh, crap.
Mark scorches me. My head goes blank. Mary's coming closer. My body won't listen to me.
God damn it.
My lord, mister.
The scariest thing we've dealt with this whole game.
Mary closes her hands around my neck.
Fitting for the
She's
final
trying
boss,
to
right?
kill me. Why would she do such a thing?
Well, that's that.
Hmm? I squeeze the ninjutsu and the fog that's imploding my thoughts lift. It's still a struggle to think. I should be able to move my arm now. The ninjutsu on the source of the curse. I've only one chance. Where should I stick it? Where should I stick the ninjutsu? This is the right arm, right?
Yeah.
Managed to drag my impossibly heavy arm and stick the ninjutsu on Mary's right arm. She's hiding it. Ah, it was her bicep, but whatever. That's where the mark was.
Oopsies. Oopsies. Ouch.
Marks bloom on Mary one after another. They're all the color of blood. It's like they're the curses of those she's killed.
You reap what you sow.
Oh, we killed her.
Yep.
So we're gonna die.
Oh,
I
were we
mean-
supposed to try to not kill her?
No, the point is that if one of your party members, if at least one of your party members dies, you get the bad ending.
Mary shatters into dust. Did I really do it? I hesitantly look down at my right arm. Hey!
Hey.
Mark is gone. I did it!
I'm
I finally did it! I have to say it out loud to convince myself. A victory at the expense of Sai and the Mark Bearers' lives. Can't claim it's all over, but there's no harm being relieved for now. Fog clouding my head clears away. My memories slowly return to me. I look around the dimly lit hall again. I know this mansion well, because I'm... Clock on the second floor begins chiming wildly like it did 10 days ago.
Who could this mysterious man possibly be?
I make my way to it, it stops, almost as if it has a will of its own. That's right, this grandfather clock. I think a skilled ancestor of the Kujo family crafted it. That one chisel may have been used to make it. That's right, inside this clock. Open the door and stick my hand inside. Fingers brush something hard. Taking out, I realize it's a voice recorder. Press the play button.
聞こえているだろうか。九条正宗だ。
Wow.
That's way better voice acting than what we've been doing.
Yeah. Also, yeah, it got kind of obvious he was Masamune near the end.
It's a man's voice. A voice I know all too well. It's my voice. Decided to leave this record behind in case something should happen. Doll may dispose of any files or documents. I'm banking on her overlooking a piece of technology. As I listen, I start to remember recording this. I'd done it right before I received the mark from Mary. Now where should I begin? Started 5 years ago, 2 years after I became the Kujo family head. My sister Saya and I found the doll in a wooden box while sorting the warehouse. The moment I broke the seal and saw her, I could sense something sinister. It took a while longer to fully understand what she truly is. If only there had been records. My great-grandfather who sealed her didn't leave any before his early death. Because of that, his descendants were told about the doll.
Best example of not leaving documentation behind.
I managed to learn the doll had been loaned to an army lab during the war. A strange old man who lived in the underground shelter told me that. Then I went overseas to try to get more information on the doll. Got in an accident while away and was presumed missing, so Saya became the new family head. Wasn't able to contact her until after she inherited the title. It wasn't something worth contesting. I explained everything and had her put up a facade that I was missing. Public records still stated Masamune Kujo was very much alive, of course. I couldn't have used my passport or license otherwise. I'm off topic, sorry. Only just returned to the country last week. Other psychics abroad all agreed it would be bad news to leave the doll be. Ninjabutsu inside the doll still suppressed its cursed power, but I realized it was almost at its limit. If I left it alone, it would crumble. Then it'd be impossible to suppress the cursed power. That was a worst case scenario. But what was to be done? The answer I came up with was to remove the Ninjabutsu from the doll temporarily. Its impurity would be cleansed after a month and stored in a pure area, and then I'll place it back in the doll. If I succeed, the doll's power will be sealed for a few more decades. The problem is that 1 month, I have no idea what kind of curse will be released when the doll's unsealed. I'll do what I can to prevent the disasters, but my power can't compare to the Ninjabutsu. I can't guarantee anything. There may be victims again like the tragedy 50 years ago. This is a necessary evil. It must be done in order to prevent even more people from falling victim. After this, I'll disassemble the doll and remove the Ninjabutsu. I pray everything goes according to plan and the worst evils is avoided. I hope this record isn't needed. But, if the one listening to this has a loved one who's fallen victim to the curse, then I'm very sorry.
Rip.
Recording ends there. Damn it. I clenched my fist so hard my nails dig into my palms. The voice on the tape was mine, but I'm furious with it. I don't know that person at all. The mark has claimed so many victims over the past month, like the mark bearers. I even lost my little sister, Saya. Was she just another inevitable victim that the voice spoke of? I can't forgive him. How could he?
I mean, what else were you gonna do?
I don't know.
Not remove the seal from the cursed.
Yeah, but the seal was
superpowered doll?
breaking anyways.
Oh, I guess so. Alright, well then it had to be done.
Fine. It had to be done. I'm damn mister. But I'm also Masamune Kujo. I understand why he felt as if he had to do that. It was his fate. The Kujo family are forever linked to that cursed doll. Months have passed. Occasional cold breeze signals the summer is almost over. I spend my time putting the case of the mark to the rest as best as I can. Put Saya to rest by burying the rabbit and contacting the surviving mark bearers. Protecting the Buddha statues in places of honor was also one of the tasks. They weren't connected to the mark after all, but I couldn't just leave them there. Plus there's no other way Christy would keep quiet about the statues. So with her guidance and Yasuoka, Diamond, and Banshee's help, I carried the broken statues out of the shelter and returned them to Age Shrine. In the process, I discovered that the cannon soldier was nowhere to be found. Ryu's body is also missing. Where'd they go? It remains a mystery. By now, my memory is completely returned. Things didn't quite go originally as planned, but at least the danger is past. I don't think that my decision as Masamune Kujo was wrong, but at times, waves of powerlessness and despondency overwhelm me. When I think of the mark's victims of Saya and the mark bearers, my chest hurts. I want to do something for them as the new head of the Kujo family. About the memories I've regained, I became the Kujo family head 7 years ago. I'll admit I was a bit of a recluse. I left the public appearances to Saya. I preferred to stay out of the spotlight. The only photos of me are from small local newspapers. I uncovered Mary by accident in the family's warehouse 5 years ago. It was a discovery that changed my life. I traveled extensively abroad in order to learn more about Mary. one country I got into an accident and fell into a coma for half a year. And worse, the country proceeded to treat me as an unidentified traveler. I don't know if that was merely my terrible luck or if Mary's curse had something to do with it. When I was finally able to contact home, Saya became the new head. The rest was as the tape said. I had no idea that Mary's power was far greater than I had imagined. All of my efforts to suppress her power were completely useless. My memories unraveled faster than I thought. How did Mary come to be in the first place? One theory says the doll maker in the 19th century used magic to create her. Another says the spirit of a young girl who died prematurely took up residence in a doll. In the end, it's still a mystery. No one knows what happened to create a doll like that. We only know that each of Mary's owners died tragic deaths. Shortly after the turn of the 20th century, she came to be owned by the head of the Cujos. He either didn't know of the curse or simply didn't believe it. Disasters began befalling the family. Mary gained enough power to become sentient and produce spirits. Then the tragedy in the shelter happened, seething grudges of the experiment's victims and the Buddha statues. It may have triggered her awakening. Whatever Mary's true identity is, the fact remains she alters many people's fates. Mine and the Mart Bears included. Speaking of, an update on the surviving Mart Bears. Epilogue! Oe Watanabe became a part-time writer for her favorite magazine, OOP Arts Monthly. Out of print arts. Sometimes comes to Kujo Mansion to interview me about spirits and ghosts. Tsukasa Yoshida is studying every day for the middle school exams next year. He bragged in his letter to me about how well he did in the national mock tests. Sounds like so much work to study for middle school acceptance exams.
Yeah.
Satoru Mashida brought me a drink like he promised. Seems he's thinking about becoming a private detective.
He's a terrible detective because he couldn't figure out who you were, and you're clearly a big name.
He had the best idea. He just wanted to shoot the ghosts.
Yeah.
He actually asked me if I wanted to join him. Was he serious? I don't know for sure. Shu Nagashima is picking fights, riding his bike, and doing whatever he wants as usual. Recently, out of the blue, I heard he's joined the neighborhood baseball team. Well, that's great. Rissy Arimura has started writing an essay exposing all of her past affairs. She's trying to get back into the industry. Suzu Morimiya was able to see her father. Lately, she started asking me for advice on about how to get her parents to reconcile. I have no idea if I helped her at all, but she says sometimes they have meals together now. Ada Nakamatsu has gone back to surfing the BBS every day as usual. What's new is he's been stopping by the city employment center. Because he wants to get a steady job and be a role model for Suzu. Well, best luck to him. Day doesn't go by that I don't see Ai Kashiwagi on TV as part of Love and Hero. She sent a ticket like she promised, but I need to drum up some courage to go to a concert for teens alone at my age. Tawako Yasuoka is still working as a fortune teller in Ginza. Apparently she believes I have a spiritual powers or something. She keeps sending me customers with spirit problems to the mansion. I wish she'd stop. After he helped clear out the statues, Shuji Daimon's condition worsened and he was hospitalized. I think he worked himself too hard. That's kind of a boring epilogue for him. Ichi Ito gave up living in that shelter after everything that happened. He still treks down there occasionally to pray for Hiru.
Thank you.
We'll get her back eventually.
All the Mart Bears who became victims, all for the sake of the Terra Mary sought. Whenever I remember them, my chest aches and I can't help but think, is it possible? They bear dark grudges against me for surviving. I'm so sorry. How many times have I remembered that useless and meaningless apology? But I become more determined each time. All I can do now is make sure that tragedy never happens again, except it will in a couple decades. For that, I need to hurry my preparations for putting the Nijibutsu inside Mary. Nijibutsu alone won't be enough to continue stealing her powers in the years to come. I must prepare extra spiritual measures. It's taken a long time to get those ready, but today I finally finished. Well, shit.
Crap.
Did the mansion just lose power?
Oops.
What's going on? What is this feeling? My arm is burning.
Haha.
Why is the mark? Ow.
I thought he died though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just like sealed her.
It's like some bullshit Deus Ex Machina from her, I guess. I don't know. Calm down. I need to calm down.
I think this is the bad ending, yeah.
First, I need to grasp my situation. That's how I survived this long.
You screwed up at the last minute.
Hardly familiar noise echoes in the hall.
There you are.
Death
The
mark
end.
and
Well, we got the bad end.
yay, we beat the game. Yay. Congratulations, guys, we died.
Yep.
Sweet. Man, I don't know why, like, I guess the stream has like a bit of a jitter, and it really wasn't noticeable until this credit sequence. Because there's not a lot of...
Well, it's good it only happened during the credits.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna close
Gary
this
Cujo's
episode.
voice